never fails as soon as I hit the record button, right? Oh my God, Tim.
Ike.
We are in a new season.
I know.
Fall.
Next
Fall has
season
arrived.
of Loose Lips.
Yeah, and fall has arrived. Oh my goodness. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I am good. You know, it's like I closed. We're in this community now. You know, obviously taking care of my mom. So it's all the air conditioning goes off in July. So oh my God. So now it's like, oh geez, I need to open these ducts. It's so warm in this place. And then plus my ring light, it's like I feel like I got sunburnt. It's crazy.
You're so getting a tan and doing a show at the same time.
I know. SPF 1000.
Well, Ike, do we have any sponsors?
We sure do, Tim. Thanks for asking.
About it.
It's Überlube.
It is. I love Überlube.
We sure do. Visit Überlube.com for all their products, and their motto is "Feeling is everything."
Oh,
I know.
Sure.
Thank you. Big shout out to Überlube. They've been sponsoring 50 Shades of Gay for years.
Yeah, we love Überlube.
Überlube.com.
Yes, and I actually got to use some of mine the other day. Hey.
Well, listen, you got to use it more than usual, right? I mean, compared to the pandemic.
Oh goodness,
Tim, we were nominated.
Yes, we were
for the 19th annual People's Choice Podcast Awards.
Yes, we were,
and we lost.
Yes, we did.
And you know, I love it when they say, "It's just great to be nominated." Fuck you.
Yeah. I want to fucking win, damn it.
God damn. But
that was not. I mean, it was so unexpected because we had no clue. We didn't even know that we were being nominated. That was so nice.
Yeah, and there are millions that actually nominate, and there were so many categories, so many podcasts.
Yeah.
So that at this point, it was great to just be nominated.
Yes, absolutely. Right. Yeah, and we were in the Fudge Packers category or something.
Right in that F category, we were right. Double F. But Tim, also with our podcast, people can send questions into us.
Yes.
Sometimes advice. People need advice, right? We need advice.
Yes. Yes.
And so they could ask any questions. They could shoot us a DM on Facebook.com/Loose Lips the podcast, or they can also send an email to ikeavellievents@hotmail.com.
That's right. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Loose Lips the podcast.
Yes.
But also tell them about 50 Shades of Gay Christmas Cabaret.
Yes. 50 Shades of Gray.
Well, kinda, sort of.
Yeah. Yes, but that's where it came from. But yes, 50 Shades of Gay, a Christmas cabaret, is going to be coming Saturday, December 7th to the Copa.
Mm-hmm. Yes, right here in New York City.
Yes, at the Copa in New York City. And we're going to release the cast next week. Big posters coming out. And I have a holiday song, an original one that I wrote with Maria Connor.
Right.
And it's called You're Not Here on Christmas Day. And that's going to be released the day of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's going to be singing background vocals.
Oh, I wonder who that could be.
I don't know.
But also, Loose Lips has been picked up on Ripped TV. So you can go to rippedtv.live and see Loose Lips.
Amen.
Loose Lips.
Loose Lips. So, Tim, let's get into inviting our guest on.
Let's get our guest in here. Oh, my God. Well, Adam, I've known him for years. He's an actor, reality star, a musician, a producer, and he can currently be seen on the hit supernatural series Seance with the Queens on Tubi.
I know, and I've known Tim. I've known Adam for so long as well. Like I've known him. We'll talk about that when he comes on, but I've known him for a very long time, and he's also executive produced #The Dish, Tan to 10 and Tan Talk, which is on Apple TV, Amazon Prime,
Yep.
and Vudu. And many, many fans know him from The Howard Stern Show or many of his incredible top 20 Billboard dance hits.
That's right. So we are thrilled to welcome our buddy Adam Barta. Yay!
How are you?
What an intro. So yeah, I mean, and it's funny. So I'll dive right into this, but actually, Ike emailed me and he was like, we know each other 3 years ago. We met at Rainbow Mountain. I was like, yeah, I was with Tim.
Oh, okay.
And he goes, no, he goes, I don't think Tim was around then, but I think it was just us. And I go, no, not Tim Moss. I had an ex-boyfriend named Tim that I met Ike with. So he thought I was talking about you. I was like, no, that was not Tim Moss. Was not there.
Oh my, right? That was so funny. And then he made sure he spelled it correctly. No, T-I-M.
I was like, yeah, and that was the other thing. I was like, I know it's T-Y-M. I'm not one of those people.
Not Tim. Tim.
Yeah, Tim.
Yeah. Adam and I met at it was Rainbow Mountain in the Poconos. I was bartending at the venue, and then I went up there on a Saturday, and I was with Tyrone at the time, and I said, "That's Adam Barta." I said, and there were like what, I think 6 people there at the time in the place, including us. Yeah. And I went up there. I was like, "You got to play Adam Barta's song." And then I moved.
Well, now this is coming back to me. I remember that the other 2 people that were in that bar followed me, and I think it was maybe this was someone else. Followed us back and were videotaping me on the phone, and it was weird. It got really weird. I don't know. It was weird. You were awesome though, obviously, and we became friends. So that was all it took.
Years. Now, how did you and Tim meet?
Oh my gosh, I don't even remember.
Probably. Well, okay. So you interviewed me, and this is going to bring up a whole kettle storm. So you said nothing's really off limits, because I know once I bring this up, it's not anything bad about the 3 of us, but it's going to start.
Music. Yes. Out music. Yes. I forgot.
Yes. Out music. And also one of the singers and people involved in that is Lavari, who is going all over the place right now. So that's a very, very polarizing topic that we could talk about that we should get into. But yeah. And I would love to hear your opinion on that. But yeah, he was one of the people. It was Lavari and Peter Frank, I think, that whole circle of people.
Yeah, and I was also the president of we were trying to create a new LGBT center for the Bronx then.
Correct.
How funny.
You are originally from the Bronx.
Correct. Yep. 36 years I lived. 38 years.
It's ironic that Tim said Lavari and president in the same sentence.
And I said ex-president. I'm the ex-president.
Hopefully.
I mean, we can get it. I want to get into that. Put a pin in that, because we've got to get back into that.
Yes. You know what? We definitely will, but we want to know about your beginnings. I pretty much, Tim knows, but a little fun fact, Tim, I don't think you knew this. Adam began his acting career in one of our favorite shows, Strangers with Candy.
Yes. That's one thing I definitely wanted to talk to you about.
Sure. Yeah.
Tell us how that came about.
Well, it was at the time I was just starting out into acting, and I was getting cast on these little one-offs, and I was doing that show, and I was doing Upright Citizens Brigade with Amy Poehler, who, as most people know from Saturday Night Live and Mean Girls, she actually, my big story is she rubbed barbecue sauce on me for a scene, Amy Poehler in Upright Citizens Brigade. And she really did. She got on her hands and knees, and she she was like trying to mess me up because I was supposed to be this funny waiter. She's like, we need to make you messy. And then in retrospect, it's weird to think that Amy Poehler rubbed barbecue sauce all over me. But Strangers with Candy was with what was her name? Amy Sedaris. And it was so that's really sad, because they actually cast me. I got cast as a role. I went into audition the city, I went into callbacks, and I got cast as an actual role that was going to be on it. And the show got canceled the episode before that I was going to be on. And I had done this show multiple times as like a student. I got to be on set with all of them and
Oh,
film and like,
fun.
but I never had any lines. And I finally got a role and they canceled the damn show.
Oh, man.
So that was my experience. But I did meet Amy, and I mean, not like maybe once. Like she would never ever remember me. And yeah, I remember it was fun. It was very much like the more grueling. I mean, it's nothing like acting is today, right? Like where you can go on your phone and like you're instantly famous and all that stuff.
Yeah, right.
This was the days of like you had to be very lucky and very in a show. Like so, it was lucky to be around those types of people.
Yeah,
For me.
that show today probably wouldn't even last. It's like with
No.
the culture
Yeah.
and
Yeah, it's
So
it's
politically
very much
incorrect.
different. Yeah, it's like the Friends. All those shows are like very
right.
in those genres and those eras. So
Yeah. Oh, but what a fun experience. That would have been a really fun.
it was. It was. I mean, it was sort of like my learning into, or my paying my dues into it. Like, because I would just go there and you'd sit a lot of the day backstage. And I mean, I remember these people would just sit backstage and play like hacky sack, if you remember that, with the ball, and like they would be just hanging out there. And it's like, oh wow, now you think of like, oh my god, Amy Poehler did this, or
Right.
whoever else. So it was cool.
Yeah.
It was a cool time.
Yeah, and very educational too. So
Yeah.
Yes.
really get an idea of what all it takes to put on a show like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the sad part is, I think now so much of that is gone. Really, from not to say that movie making has changed, but just that experience, I think, is gone because everything is so transactional now, and it's really so different the way movies and TV are made. And I think there's some good things about that because it empowers independent creators like us to really get ahead. But it can be stifling in some points of it. So.
Right. Yeah. And I'm curious too, because back in the day you needed an agent, you needed a manager to get your product put. I'm wondering today if it's a little easier.
I think it's not even easy. It's not that it's easier. I think it's not necessary. I think people today, the agents really exist to help people that are getting work to funnel in, get them higher rates, to negotiate fairly. So like you shouldn't see, when I was starting out, I always thought like, oh, an agent was what got you the work. No, what gets you the work is your, talent and your hard work ethic. But, a talent agent doesn't necessarily do that. So I think like people today, to focus on like getting ahead, just focus on your social media, because clearly that's where everybody's at,
So acting versus singing. So acting was what, your dream first before music? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I always loved singing, but yeah, I guess I went to school. I was studying film and theater, and kind of got sort of sidetracked into music for many years, and then kind of realized how much I missed it and loved it, and just loved filmmaking. But music has always been an arm for me of that.
Right.
Yeah, because you were in like the New York City nightlife for many, many years.
I was a Susan Lucci of the Glam Awards. I was nominated like 10 damn times, and I still haven't won. And then I left New York, so I wasn't eligible. Yeah, Ike knows about the CIU too. Yeah, it's like. And then we have Michael freaking Musto, who wins every year. No, I love Michael. I'm just throwing shade. He freaking wins every goddamn year.
Yeah, he wins. Yeah. But there were so many,
but
like there's so many categories at the award show, and then there's so many nominees. So it's, but the chance to get nominated in the series of your peers is amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's so cool to think I held that for a few years. And I was up against like Ari Gold. Like there were some titans up there with me. So like I lost to like, good people. So it was good.
Yeah. Well, again, the Glam Awards, they've kind of changed. They've expanded to where now they even have more categories, and every category they used to have like 3 to 5 nominees. Now they've got like 10 in each one.
Wow.
And it's just that whole community has just expanded
I imagine it would.
Yeah.
That community birthed like Bianca Del Rio, like Peppermint, like all of these people. Like they don't realize they came from Milk, like all of the original, like
Bob Drag Queen. It's just insane. But you know what though? It was so cool when we were all coming up earlier in the career of New York City, like compared to now. It was just the club kids. You had everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to experience that. It was very cool.
Yeah.
Me too.
So tell it now, your music. Billboard charts. My God. Tell us about some of your music and how you got into it and some of your accomplishments there.
Yeah, so I I always loved doing music. I was in a boy band when I first started out, and that kind of didn't really go anywhere, but I kind of sort of forayed into dance music. And I mean, some of my, I wound up on the Billboard charts with some dance music songs, which was really cool. I've got to do a song with Kathy Sledge, who from
Yes.
Sister Sledge, We Are Family, which has just
Uh-huh.
been one of the highlights of my career, working with somebody like that talented and
Yeah.
amazing. And being on the charts with her is just super, super cool.
Yes.
Um,
Well, now
and,
I was just going to say, actually, that song, you and I did a duet. I think it was, we sang that song together. I did the Cassie
yes,
Sledge part in the
yes,
Bronx.
yes,
Pride.
yes, yes. You remember that? Yeah.
That was
So
fun.
that was, wow. And that was, I mean, I actually got to perform with Kathy Sledge on stage doing We Are Family, and I think it was a Pride event in New Jersey. And that was like a career highlight for me because it was just so cool. Like, it was
Absolutely.
amazing and it was raining. It was just such a profound experience. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Kathy's been, I mean, and then I've had this sort of side career also doing these sort of viral songs like with Tan Mom and Octo Mom and the Teen
Uh-huh.
Moms and Mama June and, you
Yeah.
know, sort of this Howard Stern career with the Free to Be Me stuff that people, I guess Free to Be Me is probably the biggest song that people know me from the
Right.
Howard Stern show. It was the number one music video on Sirius, I think in 2018 or whatever.
Right.
It's nice, but the thing that kills me about it is we really made no money off of it. So
Mm.
it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Like, I loved giving my art away to the world, but everybody took it and ran with it and we didn't make any money.
Yeah.
So
Isn't that
You
sad?
you did something people have been trying to do for ages, and you got on the Howard Stern show.
Yes,
That
absolutely.
there you go. Yeah, yeah.
Several.
I'm very grateful. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
Now,
very thankful for. I mean, I love Howard. They're super awesome over there, and I'm very thankful for and humbled to be part of that world in any small way, shape, or form. So
right.
that's mind blowing to me to think that people actually like. And I've been stopped in airports before, like just in random places with people that are just excited to see me, and it's a really cool feeling. So I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the first time you were on Howard Stern, what was going through your head?
Oh, I cried afterwards. I tears of joy. Like, it was so emotionally amazing because I mean, growing up, like when I was a teenager, I listened to Howard Stern all the time. I remember when my dad was alive listening to it. Like, it was a
Uh-huh.
really, really powerful thing in my life. And, going on there and having it go well, because I feel like it really went well the first time I was on there. I was like, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, Howard Stern was nice to me. It was fun. We were laughing together. Like,
Uh-huh.
so it
Because
was
Howard
amazing.
Stern, it can go either way.
Yeah.
Correct.
It can either be really good or he will fuck you up.
Correct. And I was terrified if like it went the other way. I was like, I would have
Good.
died, and I just didn't want to. So I was just so happy that it went well. And then he like said so many times on the air that he loved me, and I'm like, I can't believe
Oh,
this.
I
So
love
it's very
that.
cool.
Insult the crap out of me if I was on there, and I wouldn't care. I was on the Howard fucking Stern. Rip me apart. I don't care.
Exactly. So, people. I think it's a double edged sword. Like, it's been a lot of good stuff, a lot of bad stuff, but mostly good, I would say.
Yeah,
Overall.
100%. You've accomplished so much from
Yeah.
that. I met you at Rainbow Mountain. Like, unbelievable what you've done from then till now. And I have to tell you that I wrote my first original holiday song, and I took legs from you for your mom. You wrote your song for your mom. It was One Last Christmas Card. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He passed away, so I wrote this song for him, and you inspired me. So I think,
Oh, wow. I can't wait to hear it. I'm like gonna cry. Wow. Um, yeah, it's a hard thing, right? Was it like insane to do? Like it was so draining emotionally to get through that.
draining, but also too therapy. I can't think in a kind of way, but
Yeah.
also your video it tugged at my heart. Like you had, and then you had Margaret Josephs in the video,
I know. Margaret
right?
was
I'm
so
pretty sure.
great. Yeah. Yep. She was in
Right.
there. She played my mom in there. Yep. Because name was Marguerite, my real mom. So, and my mom liked Housewives. Like, she was a big fan of Jersey Housewives. So, she would have appreciated that a lot, I think. So yeah, and I'm hoping that now that I have the Adam Barta show sort of on Facebook, I'm going to be bringing that video, I think, hopefully to Facebook so people can watch it because I know it was taken off YouTube. There's been some tea and drama going on with me with YouTube, which we can spill if you want.
Sure.
So all of my stuff has been pulled down off of YouTube.
Oh my
Um, yeah, so I woke up. So my channel had been growing like quickly. Like I was at 30,000 subscribers and I was making, like a few $100s a month. It wasn't a whole lot of money.
uh-huh.
And I woke up one morning and they basically said, your channel has been completely demonetized. We're demonetizing you. The
My
only
God.
way that you can appeal this, there's no warning, no reasoning, no anything. Like you did something. I had to write a video or make a video explaining how I edit my videos and why I think it was a mistake that I would copy videos. They were basically accusing me of posting other people's content, which is absurd considering I have a production studio. You have my whole TV shows on YouTube. Like, why would I steal videos and like try to claim money on them? So I went to support chat, and support chat basically said, we can't tell you any information because we're afraid you're going to go around and do something. And I was like, what?
What?
So I said, this is very egregious. It sounds slanderous. You guys are like making these claims that they're not true. So they demonetized me. I pulled all of my stuff down immediately because I'm like, I'm not giving
Wow.
YouTube my free videos now.
Absolutely.
And let me tell you, I was getting probably 1 million views or more a month. And the traffic that I was bringing in. And also over the course of the past 10, 15 years, I've had so much content on here, that's now gone.
Now,
So,
God.
all work with Mama June and Tan Mom and Mark the video.
it's all gone. I mean, I still have it, and I'm going to port it somewhere where
Oh,
I can monetize it. It's not deleted off,
uh-huh.
forever.
Well,
But I just won't give it away for free on YouTube after what they did. It was so horrible and
Oh
insulting.
my God.
disgusting. All the hard work. Yeah,
So the
that's
tea.
I
think
mean,
about it.
years of, I mean,
Why
how, because again, you forged your,
that with your website all the years?
yeah. Yeah, I had my website for years, and I woke up one day and it was gone. It was just gone.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
I never got it back.
they never and it's like it's these things are just like they make you realize that it's not really the platforms we need to be holding to, it's really the audience and bringing
Mhm.
your audience with us because the platforms are constantly changing. Look at Twitter was, I don't use Twitter anymore. It's a dumpster fire. It's horrible. I hate Elon Musk. Like I just it was getting so terrible that I had to stop using it.
Hmm.
So I think it's just like, yeah, becoming, the platforms are very shaky, a lot of them, except for Facebook. Love you, Facebook, because I work for Facebook. So love you.
Yeah,
You're the best one.
yeah, Facebook.
Love you, Facebook. You're amazing. Meta. Mwah, mwah. No.
Yes, Mark
Uh,
Zuckerberg. I will blow you. Yes. Mwah.
yeah. Smushy, smushies. Yeah. Love you.
Yeah. So, well, now you also got involved with a lot of reality stars and people like on the Housewives and such. Can you tell us about some of them and pick a story and tell us a couple stories about
Well,
some
the
of
absolute worst, biggest see you next Tuesday I've ever worked with in the entire industry. I'll tell
like
that
lips
story.
for
You want me to
these?
tell you?
Yeah.
Yes.
So she's on a little show called it's not even, it's so stupid, The Jersey Shore, which is probably 15
Yeah.
seasons overdue to be canceled. Her name's Angelina, and she is a rotten human being, and I am just a rotten person. And I mean, she's almost a joke. Like on the show, they're just characters of themselves at this point, I guess. But they're making money, so God bless her because she was a sanitation worker. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because my dad was a maintenance man on Rikers Island, so I respect those types of people. But she had really no career because she was such a bad work ethic. What?
I was going to say, when you said sanitation, before you even said that, I was going to say, I have a feeling every time you walk by her, she smells like Lipton's onion soup. I don't know
Well,
why.
Google. Oh, that video's gone too, unless it's still up on her page. A video of her coming out of a trash bag. So we used to be best friends, me and Angela, like very good friends, right? And she was, I'll tell you the bad story about her. We were filming the music video for Serendipity, right?
Yes.
Which was with Thomas Cole. We were outside. It was like February. We were like freezing. She made that whole cast wait like 6 hours for her while she was like just dilly-dallying. Like everybody was literally there in Times Square waiting to film, freezing their butts off.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
so disrespectful, and she was just so hard to work with. And then basically what happened with her is she accused me of like trying to steal money from her because she was selling photos of her and her boyfriend's engagement, and she gave them to me to sell to like Us Weekly or something, which I did. They paid like $250 for it. That's all they paid. That's all they wanted. I gave her every single penny of the money. It came like 6 months later, but she accused me of stealing it in that 6 months. Like I wasn't giving it to her. And I wasn't paying her money out of my own pocket when I wasn't even making money on the deal. I was like, you'll get it when they pay you. Like
Right.
I just did it for you as a favor. So she was going around slandering me to everybody, blocked me on
Oh my
everything. And this
God.
was right after she was calling me every day crying that she wanted to get back on the Jersey Shore reboot. And I told her my friend Michelle B, I'm not going to give her name out, but my friend Michelle B, who's an EP on the show, said call them up because they do want you back. And she said, really? And lo and behold, and she wound up on the show and she blocked me. So she
Ah,
was just
Oh
kind of
my God.
like not a good person,
Oh,
and that's the story. And if she has a different story she can tell it, but she's blocked me, and I'm sure she slandered me to people saying I stole this money from her, which is absolutely not true. But if I
oh
ever
my.
see proof of it, I will take action.
well, I
Mhm.
think she shaves
Oh
her
my
cooch and
God.
uses it as hair extensions.
What?
I think she shaves her cooch and uses it as hair extensions.
Where's my fan? I wish I had the fan. Oh, I had a clacking fan. I lost it.
Clack.
Mhm.
I had a pregnancy test. Don't. This
Oh,
is this for.
speaking
That's close enough. Close
It's
enough.
for a skit. Yeah.
speaking of Angelina,
So, so, so that was one of the worst experience. What about what's one of your best?
One of my funnest experiences was with Margaret Cho. She was so much fun to hang out with. Like
Uh-huh.
I got to actually stay at her house, and she has like this three-story. I don't know if she still lives there. This three-story mansion. It was so much fun. So I had like my own floor on the bottom floor, and the bed that I stayed in her house was made by hand by Mark Ruffalo, the actor.
Oh my
Apparently, he used to
God.
make beds before he was famous, and he made one for Margaret Cho, and I was the bed I slept in. So it was
Oh,
very surreal
wow.
hanging out with
That
her.
would, yeah, that might be the closest you get to sleeping with Mark Ruffalo.
I know, right? Sleeping on his bed that he made with his own two hands. So, yeah, she was probably one of
Oh,
the funnest
that's
people to work
cool.
with. But I think she probably just hates me now because I probably just got annoying. I don't know.
see, I personally love the Angelina stories.
Oh, yes, he lives for those
Oh, the best.
Yeah, she's
drama.
just they're just ugh. I mean, listen, the two of us, if there's any reality TV producers out there, the two of us would be great on a show together because there'd be so much
Yeah.
drama because we legitimately used to be friends. It was not like we hated each other. I'm just a random person. Like we had a friendship. Like, but we even applied to be on The Amazing Race together. I think it was. We did an
Oh,
audition
wow.
tape for it, for CBS, and we never got on. But can you imagine? But
There's
like we were that close. So,
there's still hope. This show's going to end eventually.
well, I mean, if she did, I just smith this marker. I just realized I did that. I kind of she. That's what she drives me to. She. Who knows what'll happen with her? I mean, who
We need.
knows? That's all I think.
Oh my God! So tell us about Seance with the Queens.
Ooh, it is a new series. It's streaming on Tubi TV and Amazon Prime in the UK, free with Prime. And it is about basically a bunch of scream queens from famous horror movies like Nightmare on Elm Street, Sleepaway Camp, Hocus Pocus. And they have seances with drag queens, famous drag queens like Kimora Hall from RuPaul's Drag Race, Pandora Box. Um, and it's so funny. The star of Seance with the Queens is literally texting me right now and talking about her show. Somebody calling in that they watching it in California. So this show is really getting out there. We actually just brought on this is a I guess well we didn't sign the contract, so I don't know if I can say it. Well, I can say I won't say the name. We are about to sign a big contract with a big PR firm for Seance with the Queens.
Excellent.
It's going to start a big push
Yeah.
this October for it. So take a look for it everywhere. It's a really fun show. It's different. It's kooky. It's silly. It's fun, but it's also will make you cry. There are parts in it that will absolutely make you cry.
Oh my
Oh,
God, I can't wait.
here's hoping Netflix is in the works.
Yeah, I mean, we talked to Netflix about it. Was one of the places because we have relationship, well, not relationship. We have contacts at Netflix and Max. So they were talked about, but Tubi actually really did want this series, so we were excited
Great.
to give it to them and hopefully people are streaming it and liking it. And I mean, it seems like it's a slow burner, like it's starting to go pick up, but I knew it kind of would be because it came out, I think, like in the spring. But this is a Halloween show for sure because it's one of those things. It's such a fun watch, like to just watch in an evening, in the spooky season.
Perfect.
Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
absolutely.
Yep. And it'll get some legs like Hocus Pocus did, right?
Yeah, and Hamora Hall is in it from Hocus Pocus 2. And in fact, there are references to Hocus Pocus 2 in the filming of that. She talks about it and spills some tea about it in the episode. So it's kind of cool.
Sweet. Oh my goodness. Well, congratulations. That's wonderful. That's good
Thank
stuff.
you.
Now, do you have any other projects that you're working on now?
Well, we are going to be
that's what I love about you is you've always got projects.
Yeah, funny hand in the fire. And I have my wonderful producer Greg Maliff and JoJo Payne, who are like my team. We're going to be probably developing more stuff, as well as right now I am very, very heavily focused on the Adam Barta Show, which is a Facebook page, where I am putting all of my new skits and content, and it has been a lot of fun. It's kind of like the Carol Burnett Show / SNL, Mad TV, little hub on Facebook where you can go watch some fun skits, and it's not like long content or anything, like few-minute videos, but kind of silly stuff and really, really crazy stuff. So I'm loving it.
Oh, that's perfect. Perfect.
So sweet. So Adam, we like to play a game on the show. It's called What is Adam Thinking? Right? Okay. And Tim, Tim explains this really well, so I'm going to let Tim explain it while I get set up.
Okay. Ike and I will ask a question like, do you like it hot or do you like it cold? Do you like hot weather or cold weather? But you don't answer, and then we'll write it down. Actually, we'll do a test one here. So, okay. And then, you ready?
It's like Match Game, but really poor.
So Adam, hot or cold?
How do you like it?
Cold. No, wait. Hold, wait. What? How do I like what? Wait, the temperature.
I would say the weather.
Oh, the weather. Okay. I would say colder.
Really? I had hot. Considering you're in Florida.
Well, I like it cooler. I like the hot weather, but I like it to be cold. I don't know.
Okay.
But that's how it works. We try to figure out what you're thinking.
So we're both big goose eggs. So
I love it.
Just so you know, Tim always wins this.
No.
If you want this relationship, Adam, to be like Angelina, I suggest you try to make me win.
Okay. Oh boy, no pressure.
Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera?
God. I mean, I'm just going to say based on the number of songs that I like more.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
Based on the number of songs that I like more, I'm going to say Britney.
Bam.
What did I say? No! Why would you say Christina?
Well, I thought you liked singing, so I figured
I do like Christina. But I do like her. I just like Britney, more songs than Britney's, but that doesn't mean I don't like Christina.
Oh, okay. Oh, God, Adam, I hope we're in sync on this one. Because this is probably, handcuffs or rope? Don't say anything yet.
Well,
hold on.
I'm not saying anything. Okay.
Nope. I'm ready. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Handcuffs or rope?
For the purposes of doing the job, I'm going to say handcuffs.
Bam!
I went the Rob Williams route.
Oh my God. Are you planning this? It's like you're in my head. Like, Tim's going to win, and all of a sudden it's like, it's freaky.
All right, next one. Let me pull up one here. A Grammy Award or an Emmy Award, which would you rather win?
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, I'm ready.
I still could get back in the game if I win the next 10. Go ahead.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Well, I'm going to say, I know my mom would have an opinion on this, but I know my mom would want me to answer my heart, and my heart is an Emmy.
Bam!
Ah, oh my god! Oh my god!
Tim won,
Wow!
and this show is not going to be aired.
I love my Adam partner.
Wow!
I
We
love
are in
it.
sync. You love Angelina. Apparently, she's gonna pop up on the thing next and like the catfish. Surprise! She's here.
Lavari, I'm just reminding.
Ugh.
Okay. So
That brought the room
so he
down.
is relevant because so he's relevant because I had a Billboard song with him. So this is relevant to the conversation about my career.
Yeah.
He is another LGBT artist, and I work with him on, or I did a song with him called "No Day Like Today," which also had Margaret Josephs and Dolores Catania.
Yes.
So it was a wonderful song. It was hit on the Billboard charts. It was a great, I think probably, and he would agree, I think the best song he's done, because it's got on the charts and did well. And as you know, he recently was the subject of Jimmy Kimmel's, not ire, but what would the word be? I don't know. He was the subject of humor. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel's humor, and a bunch of people,
Because
and
Lavari has been playing for Trump rallies, I believe, right?
Trump rallies, and I think, to be fair, I don't, like I don't get the sense like Lavari is one of the crazy Trump people where, they're. Yes, I think it's more that. I think it's more like just seizing the opportunity, and he's not really grasping the gravity of what it is. Like he keeps saying like that people are trying to censor him, but nobody's trying to censor him. I certainly don't want to censor. I mean, listen, I'm still. If we wanted to censor him, nobody would talk to him. We're just kind of like, I think there's a self-awareness. There's not enough self-awareness with what he's doing. And that's good to have when you're doing stuff like that. And this is speaking from the king of PR stunts. Tan Mom was running for the U.S. Senate last year. So I'm not speaking from a place of just speaking out of my ass. I'm speaking from experience. Doing these kind of things, you really have to worry about. And I worry about his mental, capacity, not capacity, mental state, because it's going to get to him, I think, when he's really ostracized himself from the community that he needs to be part of, or not needs to be part of, but maybe like has really been part of him, and he's been in, so
I don't think he's gonna be accepted in that part of that community anymore going this route. And if you are doing it for the right reasons and you do want to support him, don't make it as though it's this big scene where you're trying to be noticed. And talk about what you believe in. We don't even know. We don't know what he believes and why he's supporting this man.
That's the biggest problem there, Ike, is he's not. What are the policies? Like, is it a policy? Because I had a brief conversation with him, and he said he didn't support a lot of JD Vance's stuff, and I was like, that's great. You should let people know this, because everybody's assuming when you wear that hat that you are anti-abortion, that you are anti-LGBT, that you are anti-women's rights, that you are pro-insurrectionist. Like, we're all. That's what that means, So you can still maybe like a policy of Donald Trump without having to fully go all in like on that. It just doesn't make sense, because he's not like, those people are the devout people that are really not all there, because even Kamala Harris, every candidate has flaws. Like, nobody's perfect, right? So I don't think idolizing any candidate at this point is where we need to be, and that's what those people do. And that's why it looks tacky, I think. Not that he's supporting Trump, but that he's doing it in that manner with that rhetoric and that symbolism.
But he's supporting Trump for a whole different reason. It's not for his policies. It's not even for Project 2025. It's to be seen. That's all it is, because we've never heard one thing from his mouth what he is supporting about him, except to say that I'm not going to be canceled. Well, what are you going to be canceled
for? Right. I would like Lavari to really, and I would challenge him to speak up and say, what are your positions or platforms that you are really for, like Donald? Because if you're saying you're Donald Trump, then everybody's going to assume you're Project 2025 and everything that comes with it, that you're supporting that, which is mind-boggling considering what's in there. So like, say that you're not for that. No, I don't think, I have family members that are very much like voting for Trump and very much Trumpy. And I say, like, what specifically do you, and they will give me policies. They'll say the things about China.
Right.
They'll say this, oh, I hate the way he acts crazy. But that, okay, that makes rational sense. I don't agree with it at all, but it still makes sense. But to just throw all in on something without any reasoning, it's like you're not critically thinking.
I agree.
Yep. But you are critically thinking.
Barely.
And we but I am so I'm so happy for you and all you're doing and everything. I haven't seen you for a long time, but I'm always very proud of you. You're always in there and you're always working and you're always doing your thing. So
thank you. Well, you too, and I appreciate seeing all of your successes too, both of you on Facebook and even seeing the show and stuff, because it inspires me seeing the other creators, especially from New York and that area, like kind of doing their thing and keep going. So even though I'm far away, it's like kind of still nice to
we still have that connection from so many years ago for sure.
I don't know if you could hear that siren that just went off outside, but that was just for you.
Of course, yeah.
A reminder of New York City.
I mean, yeah, it's
they're picking up Lavari.
They're picking up Lavari. Oh boy. I will say this: the fucking. What can I say? Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah. The fucking song it does get in your head. Keep it moving now, can't you see? Keep it moving, keep it moving now. And I'm like, damn it, he really did get in your head with that.
Well, I might be coming down to Florida in May. I might be 50 Shades of Gay in Fort Myers.
Okay, well, that's a skip upon the pond or across the state, but we can easily go over there.
Across Alligator Alley there. Yeah.
Across Alligator Alley, yep.
I will let you know because I would love, even if we meet up somewhere halfway and just at least connect again, that would be great.
It would be great to see the show because my partner's parents live on the West Coast, so there's always an excuse to go over there.
There you go. Perfect. Adam, we love you so much. Again,
I love you guys too.
Everything we'll be watching Seance with the Queens for sure. Even when it's on Netflix and you forget about us.
No, never. Watch it now on Tubi. It'll be good enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
Queens on Tubi. And I mean, and listen, I want to say like because Lavari's probably gonna watch this and message me. Lavari, it's like I think you're a nice guy and like I want the best for you, but I've said this to his face though, so it's fine. Angelina though, I do absolutely hate. So if she tries to message me, don't.
Oh, I'm tagging her in this. Are you kidding me? She's tagged.
Oh God. They've done it before, but
we love it. But do me a favor, tell everybody where they can find you, social media, website, everything you can.
Everything, just check me out on Facebook, facebook.com/Adam Barta official, or if you just search the Adam Barta show page on Facebook, I'm on there. I'm always commenting. I'm always responding back. So like, it's the easiest way to really reach me. So just check it out and watch my skits.
And you are responsive, which is great. And I think a lot of the fans love that about you too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's part of my job. Like that's why it's good to focus on one platform. I know a lot of people do TikTok and Instagram and this and that, but I think just focusing on one thing, you're so much easier to reach everybody and connect.
Absolutely. Oh, well, we're going to post this audio is going to be on all the platforms on Saturday, and then the video is going to be on YouTube next Wednesday.
Lovely. I know my partners are like, when can we watch it? And he's already asking. So.
Well, say hello to your partner and. This is the part where we wave goodbye, Adam.
Thank you. Love you, Adam.
Shout out to Chickens by the Lake. It's a YouTuber. But
shout out to Angelina.
She eats her chickens. All right. Bye, Angelina. Don't love you.